Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Hope everybody can hear me. Do a sound check just to make sure everything's on the up and up. Hopefully you can hear me fine. Checking out the chat to see who's out there. Well, I hope everybody had a great weekend. I had a pretty decent weekend, I have to say. It wasn't bad. Sales were good. Sales kept rolling in. I had some auctions that went off, so that always helps. I'm going to look at the chat. Nobody's there. Let's see what's going on here. I know there's people in there. Yeah, we had the challenge. Good. Hi, good morning, Beth. You're first. Yay. Beth, you need to get a camera and you need to come in here. I would love to see your face. It's always good to put a face to a name, I think. Good morning, Jim. So yeah, it was a good weekend. We had the challenge Saturday, and that went really well. I think we had 15 entries. I'm not sure, some of those just they just put their buck in and didn't it was more like a donation, but they put their buck in, but the majority of everybody got in there and did the listing challenge. So I know, Beth, you like to be mysterious. Well, I can understand that too. I guess there's, when I was in North Carolina, it was kind of cool to be. I like being on the show, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of nice to kind of be on the sidelines too and just, watch and see what's going on and talk to people in the chat and everything. So I can understand that. And the best thing about it is you don't have to put this on. You don't have to do hair, face, all that kind of stuff. You can be in your morning get up and you know, still talk to people. And they don't know no different. So you could be in bed and do it, that'd be kind of weird, me being in bed doing live hangout, but probably wouldn't go off very well. But well, I would say, in other channels it might, but not on a reselling channel. That probably wouldn't go over well. So yeah, I just did my mail call video, and I know a lot of people wanted me to come on, video and show my face and everything, but that wouldn't have been good. That would not have been good. Jim said he went and picked up 3 huge display tables on Saturday, so I didn't get to list, but it was a big win. I didn't have to build them over the winter. That's right. That is exactly right. So sometimes you just got to, take the higher road and go, do whatever you need to do. So I appreciate that. So me and Sally actually won the challenge, and we won. So it was we split the pot. It was a $15 pot. We split it, and then we redonated it back into the pot. So there's already $15 in there. So potentially, if there's another 15 entries for next week, for next Sunday, then that's a $30 pot. So yeah, Yeah, I totally meant to do that, Hank. It's cool. I don't do those very often because I like to see when I'm watching haul videos. I like to see, visually what people are selling, and so I do get that. But yeah, today it just didn't. I didn't want to not do one, so doing one without the camera seemed like um, the best way to go. I know I should have put the winners in the reseller squad, and I thinked on that too. So, but yeah, it was fun, and Sally got the first sale, and then so now we're kind of in the mindset of when people are going through their things and they're looking for stuff to list, they're thinking, I I can list that on during the challenge, and that's going to be a winner. Um, and they kind of they're getting that mindset of doing that, so that's good. They're thinking about it, and not to say that you shouldn't list those good items, but if you've got a listing challenge and you want to win, that's kind of the way to think. That's just my thought. Um, let's see. Sally listed a PS4 complete, I believe. I know that it was her son's that she listed it for, and I think she listed it for. I think it was 179 is what she sold it for, and so that was a good one. That was a really good one. Me, I listed. When we got Mike's truck, we got we got this package on it. It's like a clear coat protectant stuff that they put on the car. They put it on the paint, and it's supposed to last the it's all warranted and everything, so it's supposed to last, protect your paint and stuff like that. So we did that on his truck, and then they gave us these bottles of uh, it was like a clear coat, like a wax almost, that you can reapply if you need to. There was a leather protector liquid, and then there was also like a car wash concentrate or something like that. It had been in the garage for a while, and so I had taken them out a while back to list them, but I hadn't listed them yet. So I thought, well, I'll go ahead and list them today, and I think I listed each one of the bottles for $19.99. And like I said, I took a best offer on that for $12 and sold it. So yeah, excuse me, mine was a $12 item. So yeah, I did good, I think. Um, but it was a lot of fun. It was an 8-hour challenge, which it is a long day. It's definitely a long day. It's from 10 to 6, and so but it was fun, and we did a lot of talking and stuff like that, but we did a lot of listing. I think I want to say that day I got 25 listed. So if anything else, even if you don't win the pool, if you don't sell that item, an item that you sold or that you listed the same day, you're still winning because you're listing, and more than likely, if you're listing, you're getting sales, or you're building up um, you're building it up, so you're going to get sales. Sometimes if you don't list and then you list, sometimes it takes a couple of days for it to kind of backtrack almost. Um, and so sometimes you won't see those jump in sales or any sales, um, for a couple of days, and that's pretty normal. That's something that I have, found out. So, but anyway, if anything else, it gets you in the groove, and it gets you motivated to list, and that's the main goal. you know. And I mean, we've done listing challenges and just had like bragging rights and stuff, but I don't know, there's something about money that does that for some people. Yep, that's right. Put it in the pipeline and something pops out the other end. That's true. And sometimes it's those things that you just listed, and sometimes it's things that have been in your store for 2 years. That has happened, and that usually happens. But and that's why I find it, I've been trying to think of, it'll be Sunday this week, just in time for Walking Dead premiere. um it'll be over at 6, and I think that starts at, um I don't know. Usually what they'll do is they'll have, more than likely they'll do like a marathon day, and so they'll do like the episodes leading up to this season. So I'm so excited. It's been a long time coming. Um, so hi Sally.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm busy.
How you doing?
I'm busy.
So, but yeah, we'll do it Sunday this week, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Central Standard Time. And it's a dollar entry fee, and we're pretty lenient about, I usually want everything in before it starts. But if you come in at 10:30 and you say, hey, I want to go in, I want to enter, by all means, nothing wrong with that. But I think it's a good challenge because it's not it's not guaranteed that you're going to sell the same items that you listed. Um, so it does put that challenge with it, because you really don't have. I mean, you could put the best listing in and the best keywords, but it doesn't mean that it's going to sell. Not within the 8-hour span, anyway. So that's why I think it's a great challenge. Um,
It's kind of like out of your control a little
yeah,
bit.
absolutely, absolutely. And it kind of gets your mind thinking, of what kind of good stuff do I have, what what's what's going to be the thing that catches somebody's eye today.
I'm
So
making a box right now.
Sally's got a collection going on of things that she's going to list
hmm
next time. So
I sold a PS4, which, I don't have a whole bunch of PS4s laying around or anything, but I did just get something special last night that I'm saving for it.
what did you get last night? Are you
Um,
sharing? Are you not sharing?
nope,
It's a secret.
it's a secret.
Ah, that's just wrong. Just
And I
wrong.
and I didn't get it out of the dumpster.
Ooh, interesting.
hmm
Now you got me thinking. Do I know what it is?
I might have said something last night.
About a word?
Nope,
That's not it?
nope,
Dang it. I thought I had it.
nope.
That's okay.
It's something else.
Okay.
Something that Jonah brought me.
Oh, cool. So, yeah, we did our, so let's see, I did our mail call video. Now I got to I got a really busted in gear. Because I got 16 things to ship this morning before 9:30.
Awesome.
Um,
Jim Cooncat says, I brought home 6 pieces of Corningware to BB this weekend. Hopefully she'll get a couple together for me to list. I actually washed 3 pieces of Corningware last night with lids. And so those are some things that I'm going to also put for the challenge. They're the blue cornflower.
mm-hmm. Hank says today's PSA: if you sell bras, check the underwire interior for interior band for cuts. If the underside has been removed, bent, yeah, or the underwire,
Underwire.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, you got to really look at that and make sure that everything is still intact. And yeah, I usually look at bras pretty good and try to make sure that everything's all together. Dealing with a new seller, and they are fighting me on returning a bra to them. Huh. So is that what you got? Is like a bra that had the underwire, was missing an underwire or something? You know? All right, Jim, you have a great day, and we'll check you later.
Yeah, I always check for that.
There are cuts and holes where the underside has been removed. Definitely not new either. Yeah, I would, if they continue fighting, I would, I mean, I know that you hate it when, when buyers go to eBay, but I mean, if they're not budging, you know, then I would definitely, call eBay on it and start a case, because they need to be held to the same oh, what do you call it, the same qualities that we are.
Standard.
Standards, actually. That's exactly the word. To the same standards that we're held to. So yeah, and I know that can be frustrating, because if they're telling you, no, it's not, that's not the way it is, or they're fighting you on it, then yeah, you need to, they need to be schooled. Oh, they opened a case. They're making all of us look incompetent. That's true. And there's always going to be those out there that just don't know how to eBay. Try messaging them, reaching out without a case first, but had to open a case. Yeah, absolutely. eBay opened the case. Yeah. Um, that's completely understandable. You tried to work with them, you know, and because they're not, being receptive to your messages or to your requests, or, to your statement, then, you know. So, and that's a sad thing about, with eBay. I think that's always going to be there. You're always going to have those new sellers out there that are going to, they hear scam, 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 and everybody's out to scam you. So you just have to, you know, uh, everybody's lying. Everybody wants a return. Everybody wants their money back. And there's a lot of
Can you see it? Can you see it in the pictures?
can you see it? when you looked in the pictures of the bra. Can you
Yeah,
see that?
sorry. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Because
I'm
I
sorry.
mean that would definitely be a um, if that's true, then you kind of you won. I can't talk today. Something's wrong with me. But I tell you what, I slept so good, so hard.
I did too.
I slept like a rock. And you know how I can tell? Because my throat is completely, it was raw when I woke up. I was like, I can't breathe because
Yeah,
it's just so raw.
that's it.
And that's a good clue that you had a good sleep. You were doing some good snoring. That's a good thing. It's a good thing. Um, a light fuzzy spot. I had two bras listed, and the one that I didn't buy or bid or buy on, didn't even look at. Just saw it earlier when researching the seller. And that one you can see a light fuzzy spot. Huh. Yeah. I mean, we all hate to do that too, especially new sellers because, you know, you you want to be encouraging. You don't want to be, you know, you don't want it to be a bad experience for that new seller because once upon a time you were a new seller, and so you realize that there's, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know where I'm going with that. On the listing I purchased, no, you can't see it because the band is black and they suck at picture taking. I should have known better just not to buy from people where pics aren't my quality. Huh. Well, I know. That makes it difficult, And when you're a reseller, you're even more, you even have a higher standard than, oh my goodness, than just the other Jane Blow that's out there. And
Jane Blow.
well, if it's a girl, then it's Jane.
Okay.
So
I haven't heard that before.
you don't want to call her Joe Blow because it's a girl. Jane Blow. You never heard of that one before? Never. There you go. There's your word for the day. Jane Blow.
Morning, Thrifty Picker.
Oh, I had a good night's sleep, but man, I'm tired.
Need another one, huh?
Yeah, I need another nap.
Yeah, I should have had 8 packages going out today, but I only have 5 because people haven't paid.
Ah, I hate that.
Nikki!
Morning.
Morning. How are you doing
Good
today?
morning. I'll live.
You
I don't like
live?
that response.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, I like that you're gonna live, but
I was like, wait a minute, you guys don't like to know that I'm going to live?
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I like to know that you're gonna live, but I'd rather you be awesome or great.
I'm
Yeah.
okay. The cold is still just hanging on. I mean, it's getting better,
Yeah.
but
It does.
it's just slow going.
A friend of mine just had to go to the doctor because they've had it for 2 weeks.
Oh,
You probably should go to the doctor. I'm like,
Yeah.
I've only had it like a week, so
but I tell you what, your cough is pretty deep,
yeah.
and I don't like your cough. I'm just saying.
No.
Your cough offends me, Nikki.
It worries me because I hate to see people with like pneumonia and all of that, and it's so easy to get.
Yeah.
But if I had pneumonia, my cold medicine wouldn't make me feel better, would it?
Yes,
Yes, it would.
because what that's doing is it's taking care of the symptoms somewhat. But being that you might be feeling better, but you still have that ugly cough. It sounds like you have a lot of junk down in your lungs.
I do.
So, um, and one thing that you can do, and sometimes it helps, it's called chest physiotherapy. And what it does is you kind of cup your hand like this, and
Hmm.
then you're basically on your back, and you can actually do it on your sides too, like where your lungs
And I
are.
I do it in the front underneath my boobs too.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you can do it. You can do it on here. You can, it probably isn't going to be very comfortable on your boobs, but especially on the back, like your all up and down your back, you can do it. And basically, you just kind of tap. So you kind of do this, and it makes that cupping noise, and you just do that all over your back. And what that'll do is it moves that liquid, that phlegm, it moves it, kind of loosens it up, and it moves it so it's easier for you to get it up. Um, because the thing is it gets so thick that it doesn't move and it stays, and then that's where your pneumonia comes from. Because then a little bug gets in there, and then it just blows up basically.
Does your husband have one of a what do you call it? A what is it called, Valerie? A machine for
Nebulizer.
a nebulizer, yeah.
Nebulizer? No, he just has an inhaler. But I do that. I do that pounding on his back thing when his lungs are bad.
Right.
Sometimes I
So
have to do that
so
for him.
I would have him do that to you.
We're gonna have to talk later because I have a nebulizer that I don't use. So
I have a nebulizer, but not the
it's not mine. I
medicine.
found it.
I have a nebulizer, just not the medicine. You have to go to
Oh,
the
okay.
doctor to
Yeah.
get the medicine.
Yeah. But that chest physiotherapy, it actually does work.
Hmm.
It works pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
Um, so that's what I would recommend. Did you ever get any Mucinex, Nikki?
I never did.
Okay, that might be something that you want to get too, because that's going to help bring that phlegm up also. So, and then you need to practice with your deep breathing too.
What was the
Sorry,
last thing you said?
I said you need to practice. You need to work on your deep breathing. So about 10 times a day, you need to take a deep breath in and hold it, and then release. You don't want to hyperventilate, but just If you do that about 10 times a day, that's going to pop those lungs open, and that's going to cause more oxygen to get into those lungs and um, make you feel, it'll make you feel better because you're getting more oxygen to your system. So, sorry, respiratory therapist is coming out.
Don't be sorry. At least you care. Can't be sorry for caring.
And with your husband being a asthmatic,
Mm-hmm.
you might ask him if he has a flutter valve. I know it sounds funny, but it's this little thing that you blow in, and it actually vibrates, and it vibrates enough where it vibrates your like lungs, and it also helps kind of move the fluid around in your lungs. So you're taking notes, right?
Yeah. No, he doesn't have one of those.
Okay.
I have
So
I have one of those breathing things they give you in the hospital when you have surgery.
yeah, you could use that.
Mm-hmm.
You could use that also. Yeah, Thrifty Picker says I thought I had bronchitis or the flu. By the time I reached the hospital, I had 104 temp with one lung filled and the other 1/3 of the way full. That is scary.
Yeah. And it can happen just that fast.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's too bad, Beth.
What?
Well, she said my dad had stage 4 emphysema. My mom took great pleasure in beating the hell out of his back when he would black out from coughing. Yeah. It's just not something to play with. It's not something to mess around with. And,
I know I keep waking up with headaches because I imagine I'm not getting enough oxygen.
right.
Hear my dog crying.
Hmm. So, yeah, I would definitely get on that. Maybe get some Mucinex. The only bad thing about Mucinex, I like it, but it does cause you to bring up a lot of stuff.
And it could make your throat more sore.
True. True.
What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it bringing up lots of stuff?
Well, it can make your throat sore from coughing so much. Um, there's nothing bad
That's
about
not
it.
true.
It just causes you to bring up a lot of stuff, which is in a good way. That's a good
I'm
thing.
doing the coughing. I just need something to loosen it up. So
Okay, and you're drinking water, right?
yeah,
Okay, because water will help
lots of
that. Yep, chat. Yeah. No, I think you're
All
doing
right.
everything you should be, but I hope you don't have a bug or anything like that. So I'll get off my soapbox.
Sorry, what did you say? I'm sorry.
I don't remember.
He said I think.
Oh, if I think in a couple of days, if it's not taken care of, I think you need to go to the doctor.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably will. I'm gonna try that Mucinex, so see if that 'Cause, I mean, I'm doing
Yeah,
the coughing because nothing's coming, not as much is coming up as it should, I think.
right.
So, I mean, if I'm doing the coughing, I might as well make it productive, right?
Right. Hank says, I for one love when you get to talking about respiratory things. Very interesting. It's a great field. I never would have imagined I'd work in a hospital or, work in medical and everything. But, you know, uh, I've seen a lot of things. I've seen a lot of good things and I've seen a lot of bad things. Um, but, you know, and I've been kind of on all spectrums. I've been in the geriatrics with the elderly people, and I've been there when babies are born. We used to do C-sections, be in C-sections all the time, and like high risk births, and so we worked on babies quite a bit too, um, which I I wish I would have kind of dove a little bit deeper into that, just because um, it was an interesting kind of a field for me. But I think it scared me so much that I kind of, because babies can be good one time, 1 minute, and then in 10 minutes they can be having trouble. So they can
Uh,
turn really, really quick. So I think that kind of scared me. But I love the respiratory field. There's so many different uh, paths that you can take, and it's just very it's a great field. Um, like I did hospital work for 7 years, and that was all realms, ER up to helping with the babies and everything, and then I went to a traveling contract, and I worked at UCLA for uh, 4 months, I think. And then I went to the state hospital, and that was a little more low key. It was you just had clients, and people were there, pretty much the same people you gave treatment, treatments to, day in day out type of thing. And so that was a little more low key. And then I went into home care, which was good because you actually got a lot of, you met a lot of different people that had a lot of different issues. Um, I pretty much, um, I did a lot of CPAP setups, so I'm pretty versed in that. But um, so I think over my 15-year span, I think I visited a lot of different realms of respiratory, and how met a lot of great people. So, and I love the field. I still like it. Just not looking. I don't really want to work for the man. That's my thing.
how, how's Blackberry Thistleteal feeling, I wonder? She was sick too. Marisa.
Oh,
Or Lolly.
yeah. Beth says she has to go fight with her bank.
No
Yep,
fun.
that's going to require a bra and some shoes.
Yeah. At least a
Yeah,
bra.
Sharky Mom's deals. She has a lot of knowledge on respiratory because of her own medical issues. Exactly. I mean, you definitely learn. I mean, if you have an issue, or if you have issues, then you learn about a lot about that. So I
My
understand
mom
that too.
my mom was a nurse, and I learned so much stuff from her, and I mean, we were
Oh
taught
yeah.
to. And she was a raging diabetic, and so was my sister, and they've had multiple problems. And then I had a grandma with liver cancer. I had another grandma with kidney problems. My mom and
Wow.
sister, I could shit just from dealing with them guys, you know.
Right.
We were taught the signs of infection from like birth, you know.
Right. Exactly.
I could just. You pick up a lot of stuff. You know. Not saying I'm a doctor or anything, but
Well, I'll tell
you
you
sure pick
what.
up a lot of stuff.
I think my daughters, they think I am. They think I am a doctor.
Yeah,
I'm
mine
sure
too.
probably most mothers experience that, because I mean,
Yeah,
y'all, the kids always call you mom. There's this thing going on. What is it? Well, I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. If there's anything that I don't know, they're like, what do you mean you don't know? It's like, well, that's something you're actually gonna have to go talk to a doctor about. I'm sorry.
Right.
You know, like, sorry, I'm
Mhm.
not a doctor,
And then,
but I
and
do know a lot of
I,
stuff. You
I,
know,
I I talked to my daughter about this, and I was like, I don't want to tell you something and it be wrong, and then like one of the kids, are seriously injured or something. So that's what makes me kind of hesitant about doing that. And I said sometimes I don't know what's going on, and she goes, I know, mom. She said if I ever feel like maybe I need to go to the doctor, then I'll go to the doctor. So,
no.
but it kind of it definitely puts a stress on me, because I'm like, well, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
uh,
Well, when you're like my mom, when you're a nurse and stuff, you pick up a lot of stuff. I mean, like
oh yeah,
nurses, they aren't doctors, but they're right there with doctors and stuff, and sometimes the nurse knows almost as much as the doctor does.
exactly. Because that's the thing about nursing is that doctor is not there 24/7 like that nurse,
Yeah,
and so they're seeing firsthand you know things that are going on, and all that. So that,
And
in
you
a
know what?
way, hmm,
Besides the book work and experience, doctors are educated guessers.
yep,
That's
yeah,
all they are. And when, just like Valerie said, if you have a nurse there that's 12 hours, they're 12 hours one day, 12 hours the next,
yeah,
they're going to know you better than that doctor that's seen you 15 minutes.
yeah,
You know
the doctor's asking the nurses what's going
hmm
on. You
Yeah.
know,
exactly.
So it's definitely, I I I don't really like doctors that much, just because I think they're way overpaid
yeah,
Yep.
for what they do. But it's their license that's on the line, so I
Yeah.
understand it. But
you know what drives me nuts is those registration people. When you call to make an appointment and they think they know more about you than the doctor,
Yeah.
and they're sitting there asking you all these stupid like when I used to go to the OBGYN, and I don't have to go anymore because I had a hysterectomy. So,
Woohoo.
but anyways, well, not as much, anyways. Anyways, they would ask me questions. When I was having my issue, they would be asking me all these stupid questions that I knew they didn't need to ask me. And it's like, I'm not telling you. You have the nurse or the doctor call me, and I will tell them what those answers are.
Right.
You don't need to know that. I'm calling you to make me an appointment to see them.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, I'm having this issue. That's all you need to know.
Yep.
When I get there, or if the nurse has more questions, she'll call me and ask me.
Right.
Oh, they get
Yep.
so offended. Well, we're not going to have them call you. Bullshit, you're not. Oh, I get so mad. Oh,
Nikki sounds like kind of a bad patient.
Whew.
me? No, I'm not. But I just
My
don't like
husband
those
is an awful patient.
I don't like those registration people
Yeah.
getting into my business.
Yeah. I hear you.
Or they'll determine whether or not the doctor's going to call you back. Bullshit.
Yeah.
You give my message to the doctor will decide whether he's going to call me back or not. Screw you. Oh, I used to get so mad. It got so bad one time, because when I had my knee doctor, the nurse actually gave me her personal number, her personal cell phone number, because the registration people wouldn't get the messages back to them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And I'd call like a week later because I haven't heard from anybody. Why didn't you call us? And I'm like, I did. And she's like, oh, I don't have a note here from the registration. And I says, well, they asked me a bunch of questions. I'm not going to tell you all these answers and then have the nurse call me and tell her all the answers and then have the doctor call me and tell him all the answers. Just have the nurse call me. I'll give all the answers.
Right.
And she went up there many times and told those people off. And finally, she just gave me her personal number. She says, you know what? If you have an issue with your knee, call me personally.
Wow.
And I'll talk to the doctor about it.
Thank goodness she did that, huh?
Yeah. And she knew I wasn't the type that's going to call her about every stupid thing, too,
Right. All right. I'm getting shipping done, so.
All right, good job.
But I mean, it was things like getting stuff signed for workman's comp and stuff like that, too, And they wouldn't give her the message.
Well, there's been plenty of times where I have went to my doctor's office when I needed something, and I just parked myself right in the lobby, and they don't like that.
Well, I did that one time. I kept going. I had this issue in my back. 1 second. All right, I had this issue in my back, and I've never had back pain, back issues. And very rarely does my back hurt. Well, anyways, when I worked that cubicle job, all of a sudden I ended up with this back pain. It was so excruciating. It never stopped.
Huh.
This back pain was constant. Excruciating, and it was constant 24/7. I couldn't sit, I couldn't stand, I couldn't lay, I couldn't do anything and get rid of this pain. It consumed my whole entire life. It was so horrible. I ended up walking with one of those sit-down walkers. I could only, by the time it was at its worst, I could only walk a couple steps and I'd have to sit down.
Wow.
Walk a couple steps and I'd have to sit down. That's how bad it was. No pain pill or anything would take the pain away. Anyways, I would go to the doctor, and the doctors would be like, they wouldn't, first of all, wouldn't give me anything for it. Well, I was like, I just need this fixed. What's wrong? And they didn't know what was wrong. And finally, one day, I had enough. And I think they thought that I was just drug seeker.
Yeah, a pill. Yeah, a pill
Yeah.
popper.
Anyways, and I told him, I said, I don't want any narcotics to get rid of this pain.
Right.
And narcotics make me sick. So, anyways, finally one day they weren't did them to do. So I went and I sat at the doctor's office. And I said, I'm not leaving until the doctor takes care of this. I said, I don't care what you guys have to do, but I am not leaving. Finally, the doctor figured out that I needed a shot, an epidural shot.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave me this epidural shot. And let me tell you, it was like amazing. Right when she found the nerve, I felt that pain. And I says, oh my God, that's the pain. And she put that epidural in there and it worked for a year.
Wow.
And then a year later, I mean, it started coming back again.
Mm-hmm.
I got right to the doctor again and I says, I need one of those shots again. And then he listened to me finally. And anyways, that time they gave me the shot, got rid of the pain in the one side. I ended up with the pain in the other side.
Oh
It was horrible.
gosh.
I ended up having to have a couple shots that year. But ever since
So
I quit that job to go full-time eBay, I have not had that pain since.
wow.
It was that job that was doing it to me.
Yeah. Do you think it was sciatica?
I think it was sciatic, yeah.
Yeah. That's like the worst because that's all nerves. When you start
Let me
messing with,
tell
I
you,
mean, nerve pain is like the worst.
I cried constantly. That's how bad it was. I
Yeah.
did not stop crying, I don't think, hardly ever. Like my knee. Okay, I have learned to live with that pain. I it's not as excruciating as it used to be because I've learned to live with it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but this pain that I had, I couldn't live with. It consumed my whole entire life. I couldn't think of nothing but the pain was so bad. That's all I could think of constantly. My husband said I would cry in the middle of the night
Aw.
if I slept. I didn't sleep very much during that pain because I couldn't. It was so bad
Right.
because there was nothing I could do. I couldn't put ice on it. I couldn't put heat on it. I couldn't lay a certain way. Nothing. Nothing helped the pain ever.
That's awful.
It was 24/7 excruciating pain I couldn't get rid of. Oh, it was horrible. I can't even tell you. Down to the Mayo Clinic because the doctors up here weren't doing nothing for me.
Yeah.
They thought I was nuts. So I was
And I
ready to
would
go
I
down.
would say for anybody that's having trouble and the doctors can't figure it out or
Yeah.
there's some kind of issue, if you can go to Mayo Clinic because
Yeah.
they are amazing
Yeah.
and they will
I'm
figure it
only
out.
I'm only 5 hours north of the Mayo Clinic, so it's no big deal for me to go down there. But yeah,
They
I was just
will
saying it.
they will
I
they will
was I was ready to go because if they wouldn't have found that shot,
yeah.
yeah, I would have went to the Mayo. And I told them, well, like after I was like, why don't we figure out what's wrong with me? Why don't we, instead of just giving me the shot that masks it, why don't we figure out why I'm getting this pain
Right.
and fix it? You know, obviously, I mean, it just came on one day, so obviously it's an issue. It just needs to be fixed. So, but then they sent me to this. They told me that I had to have a referral to the spine clinic.
Oh
And
gosh.
you couldn't just go there. You had to have a referral. So you had to go. And I told my doctor, I said, well, why don't you refer me? He goes, I can't. I have to have a special appointment with you to be able to refer you. I'm like, this is so stupid. So, anyways, I'm like, fine. Set me up with an appointment and I'll go. Well, he's like, well, I don't have anything for a month. What the hell? So I was like, set me up with anybody. I don't care. Give me anybody. And that can give me a referral. So they sent me to this clinic, and it was it was still the same clinic system, but it wasn't the normal clinic that I went to. And I went there, and the doctor, I'm walking with a walker, and I can hardly walk. And on the way back there, the nurse is like, just so you know, today, we will not be prescribing any narcotics. I stopped. I said, excuse me? I said, do you see the way I'm walking? I am not a drug seeker. I am here for relief. I'm here for help. I
Right.
need your help. I don't need you to tell me that you're not going to give me any narcotics. And I said, for your information, narcotics make me sick. I can't take narcotics. Every kind of narcotic makes me sick. It was horrible when I had knee surgery.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
forgot to say, bitch.
I was so mad. I called the administration and everything on her. I was pissed.
I
That
would
was
be
rude.
pissed
You
too.
know, when somebody's sitting there in excruciating pain asking for help, there's nothing on my records that say I'm a drug seeker or anything that should
Yeah.
make me look like a drug seeker. You know? Oh, I was so mad.
I mean, I understand because it's, you know, there's a lot of people that do that. They, you know, go around different hospitals and different, you know, doctors and clinics and stuff and try and get multiples, you know, of, you know, drugs. And it's BS for people that actually need them.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah, it makes it so they won't. Well, the one time I went to the emergency room because I was so upset about this pain. And I says, you have to do something for me. Told me, she goes, oh my God, you are totally in pain. She says, she gave me some cocktail of pain meds. She said, I've never given somebody this strong of pain meds before. She said, and I gave you a double dose.
Oh my gosh.
And it's not even affecting you. Because like if somebody have the pain for that drug, loopy. That's how people get loopy on those drugs because they
Mm-hmm.
don't have quite as much pain for that drug to take care of. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right.
So if somebody has that kind of pain, that drug won't make them as loopy.
Right.
Right.
Told me she doubled up that pain med, and I don't remember exactly what she had in that cocktail, but it was a whole bunch of different pain meds, inflammatory meds, and everything else. And she gave me a shot in the butt with that. You're still sitting here talking to me. She says, you should be drooling on the floor right now. And she says, I can see how much pain you're in. And honestly, as soon as I left, my daughter had to pull over. I vomited all over the place because I get sick from narcotics. And she had given me anti-nausea medicine.
Mm.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, and I still was in pain. She goes, I believe you, she said, because like she said, she told me I should have been on the floor drooling how much medicine she gave me. Yeah, sometimes doctors don't listen to you, and it's just
No. And sometimes I have, a while back I had issues with, now, I mean, you go into a doctor and you see a physician's assistant. And I used to be very critical about that, but
yeah,
then, I don't know how I want to say this because sometimes, especially like a nurse practitioner. I mean, they have the nursing. They've been a nurse,
yeah,
so
yeah,
they know a lot more to me than just a regular physician's assistant. They've experienced. They know what a nurse does.
yeah,
So they learn a lot more, I think, and they have more knowledge and experience than just a physician's assistant. And I may be wrong. I may not. Everybody may not agree with that, but I don't have a problem with that. Um, but sometimes you know, you don't know the difference. Whether it's a physician's assistant. I just had an issue with, my insurance is paying for a doctor. I want to see a doctor,
Yeah.
But I kind of got out of that.
Well, it used to be when I worked for FedEx, my insurance didn't pay for physician's assistants.
Uh-huh.
My insurance only paid for doctors. And my clinic kept giving me physician's assistants. And I'm like, my insurance does not pay for that. My
Right.
insurance only pays for me to see a doctor. And they kept arguing with me. And I'm like, well, if you don't want to get paid, keep sending me to a physician's assistant.
Yeah.
I said, because I'm not paying you. Not when I have 100% insurance. I got really goddamn good insurance. I ain't paying you shit.
Right.
you know? And finally, I had to go to a supervisor, and they finally would put me on them goddamn registration people again. I think they
Yeah,
know everything.
it's like they, they're the ones that I mean, I think
Like security
they
guards.
have yeah, I mean they have a little more clearance than what I think they should have,
Yeah,
because they are not doctors. They should not be making medical decisions for,
exactly.
for people. And, so I completely agree with you.
Yeah. Yeah, they
But,
should not be able to make a decision whether or not I should go see a doctor or a physician's assistant.
right.
They should not make the decision whether or not I should be able to talk to my doctor.
Yep. I've even, people, the, the, the town that we lived in, it only had one hospital, and it was a hospital for surrounding cities. So the nearest other hospital was like 35 miles away.
Yeah,
And, usually the ER was packed. It was usually pretty busy. And so I would tell people, because it was nothing to go in there and wait 6 hours to be seen,
oh geez.
if you were just sick. Now,
Yeah,
yeah, if you were bleeding, you had to have a pretty good cut. But if you were bleeding or, um, delirious or something like that, then yeah, they'd usually get you in. But um, for the most part, it was a waiting game to go in there.
that's what I
And
hear.
you're better off just going to your regular doctor, because you know it would have been better. But there was a lot of people that would say, I'm just trying to get a doctor to see me, and I tell people, and it's probably not the right thing, and probably shouldn't tell people this, but I tell people, tell them you're having chest pain, and they'll get you
Yeah,
right in, and they'll
yep,
put you on the monitor, and they'll get you seen.
yep. That's
Probably
what I've
shouldn't
said
say
too.
that, but
That's what I've said too, because yeah, that's the only time you ever get seen fast.
yeah, tell them you're having some
But oh
heart
man, our
palpitations.
if you're not dying,
Yeah,
yeah, you'll rot there. They'll let you rot
yeah,
for hours.
yeah. And most of the time, I would just tell people, if you can wait, if you got a bad cut or something, I understand. But
Yeah,
if
Yeah,
you can just,
Hank was saying, Nikki, could your infection and stuff, maybe having an inner ear infection or something from the sinus stuff, maybe that's why you fell and hit your head, like loss of equilibrium, you know,
maybe
could be.
could be the reason.
it's a possibility.
Oh yeah. I had the worst what do you call it?
Vertigo.
Vertigo. Yeah. It was awful. I was like I couldn't do anything for like a week and a half. Well, I had to work and stuff, but I swear to God I was driving on the other side of the road.
Oh boy.
And I probably could have killed myself and other people. But I had to get there, but yeah, it was awful. I couldn't walk right. I'd walk right into freaking walls. My bed was next to a wall, with about 3 feet space in between, and I would get up out of bed and walk directly into the wall. Not meaning to, but it was because I just could not. And it all happened because I was pushing on the back of my ear where one of those lumps are at.
Mm-hmm.
And because I have sinus stuff going on pretty regularly, and I had some drainage, so it's like my drainage built up. It tends to go into little knots on the back of my ears, and I was pushing on that one day, and it popped.
Ew.
And when not on the outside.
Yeah.
Like I felt it pop inside my ear, and then my ear started leaking.
Oh.
And it was awful. But you know what healed me? I healed myself. My doctor gave me pills for it. Pills didn't freaking work. The stuff that they give you for that, it's so stupid. It doesn't do anything for me. Anyways, it didn't do anything for me. So I went on YouTube and I started watching videos, and there's this maneuver that you can do yourself. And actually now they have a couple of different maneuvers that you can do. And
we do not advise you to get medical advice from YouTube, by the way.
Well, it healed me, so take it as you can. No, it wasn't an abscess. It wasn't an abscess. It was I could feel, I have one right now. I could feel a little knot behind my ear, and it's sinus buildup. That's what it is, because my sinuses get clogged and it doesn't release. But if I massage them with my massager that has a heat setting on it, which most people can't stand because it would be too loud for their ears, but I could put those right on my ears and it doesn't bother me. But if I do the backs of my ears regularly, every day, those knots will go right down and I won't have any sinus problems at all. So it's crazy. But you could do the front of your head right here. I do underneath my eyes. I do my right here. And you can also, if you don't have a massager, do that. You can also tap and pull, pull your, there's different techniques, but that technique for vertigo helped me. I did it twice and I was healed from it. So there's a girl with a lint roller that rolls it on her face.
What?
I don't know. She said, Sally, you're reminding me of that video of the girl with the lint roller rolling her face with it. Oh, I don't have any idea. That's funny, though.
I don't think I heard about that one.
I haven't either.
Oh, my goodness.
I bet that feels good, though.
Yeah, why not?
Or on your face. But that kind of feels good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to imagine that.
That's why I like, using my massager on my face, because it's it has that heat setting on it, and it makes my face feel better. Makes my sinuses feel better too.
I'm still here, guys. I just doing my shipping.
We know.
I'm not here.
You are here.
Did I tell you I sold that monitor for $110? I bought it for $2.50.
Awesome.
What monitor?
That security monitor.
What you cut out? What?
that security monitor that I listed the other day for the challenge.
Right.
Yeah, it sold the same night for $110.
Awesome. Way to go. That was great.
Go, Nikki.
Mm-hmm. Would have
Nikki,
sold for a lot more if I would have had the cameras, but
nobody can. Go, Nikki, go. Hey, do they fake our money perfumes?
Yeah.
Oh, dang it. Now I got to figure out if this is real or not. Stupid.
Oh, perfumes? I don't know about perfumes.
yeah, I don't. I've never heard of
I
that.
just call good.
What?
Yeah, I think you should be fine.
I mean, they have fake perfumes out there, but they say that they're fake. You know, like the ones you buy like at the dollar store and stuff. They'll say,
Smells like Chanel.
something like,
Number
you know,
5
whatever.
or
Yeah.
whatever.
But they actually
On the
say it
bottom
on
of the
it.
bottle, it says Paris. I don't know what. Are they making this in Paris, Texas? And Giorgio.
In Paris.
Giorgio Armani.
Yeah, I think it's good.
And I think you're safe, especially if they have embossed bottles.
Because I was looking at these and they're like $100 or something.
Really?
Oh yeah, I sell a lot of perfume for.
I was like, dang.
I can't believe how much. But I had some Gucci perfume. I had it listed for like 2 years, and nobody bought it. A brand new bottle of Gucci perfume.
Do they even expire, Valerie?
What's that?
Oh, I mean, Val. The
Perfumes.
Yeah, they're
etc. Emporium.
They can lose their potency.
yeah.
If it's old, it will be sour. Oh,
How do you know?
put it on. See.
No.
Does it smell sour?
Well, I opened the lid and it smelled good to me, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm an old fart. I don't know perfume.
Then we'll have a sour silver hair stacker.
We don't need him any more sour than he already is. No, I'm just kidding.
Sour hair?
Smells sour. Sour like spoiled milk or what?
I don't know. I think if it just smells like perfume, you're good.
It smells like perfume to me. I don't know. It's nearly full.
Yeah, it is. It's way full.
I am not playing with you today.
Old sour fart perfume. Yeah, if it don't smell like a fart, it smells okay to me.
Yeah.
What do I know?
That's weird.
I mean, it hardly costs me anything. So if I sell it and they want to return it, that's no big deal, I guess. Doesn't weigh much, so I'm not going to be out much shipping. Might as well give it a whirl on the old eBay. I mean, even if I got $50, that'd be not bad.
Heck yeah. So I have a question for everybody. So if you found something that you didn't pay any money for, and you see that it will probably sell for about $50 plus $15 shipping. But it has something wrong with it. So like the thing that I'm talking about is a backpack. It has a strap that needs like sewn on. Like I can repair it. And I know I could repair it.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think it's worth it to sew on a strap for $50? Is it worth it to you?
I mean, could you still get the $50 with it having?
No.
Huh?
I don't think so.
How much time is it going to take you to sew on the strap?
Exactly.
It'll only take maybe 10 minutes.
Well, 10 minutes to make $50? Yeah.
Yep. It's a vintage mail order skateboarding backpack called CCS.
Did you check with the company to see if they would fix it for you?
No, I don't want to do that. Why would I do that when I could fix it myself?
Well, some of them will replace it or fix it for you.
Nah, I don't want to do that.
So if you fix it, is it still going to be worth $50?
Yeah.
But it's not worth $50 if you don't fix it. Yeah, I'd fix it. It's only going to take you a couple minutes. Why not?
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Is it something that they're going to notice that you fixed?
I don't think so.
Are you going to put it in the listing?
Because if it's
I don't
noticeable
know.
that you fixed
I
it.
don't know. That's another question I was going to ask. Do you say that you fixed it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because it being hand sewn, with it being hand sewn, it could still, you know, if it came undone or if it came unsewn or, you know, something, they're going to notice that it's not factory. So yeah, you definitely want to put that out there.
Okay. Why are your headphones whistling?
And it wouldn't hurt to take pictures of it.
Right.
After you did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they can actually see where it was fixed. So they can see.
Are my headphones whistling?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Right now?
They're not now.
It might have been my.
They were just a second ago.
It might have been my printer. I don't know. I don't know why I would be doing that, but.
Oh, I bet that's what it sounded like. Yeah, it was probably your printer.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, that sounded just like your headphones.
I bet it was your printer. Because it was just a little bit different than what we usually hear from your headphones. So I bet it was your printer. You're good.
Yeah.
Shut up, Sally. Just kidding.
Shut up, Nikki. Asshole.
Oh my gosh. Children.
Don't get in between them. I'm enjoying the cat fight.
Oh my
Yeah.
Shush, you're next, Stacker.
Pack a lunch. We're going to be here for a while.
Yeah.
That's what I used to tell Mike all the time. He said, what if that actually happened? Like, you know, we'd be watching a movie or something and he'd say, what if that actually happened where we like got in a big old fight? I said, you better pack a lunch because we're going to be here for a while. You knew Mama don't play that game.
Yeah. As I used to tell my husband, I'd say, I said, if a guy ever hit me, I say, you better be pretty goddamn big because I'm a big woman and I ain't going down without a fight.
Exactly.
He may win, but I'm not going down without a fight.
Yeah. Better hit me hard and make sure you knock my shit out.
Yeah, exactly.
Or I'm coming after your ass.
I'm coming back like a bull. Yeah.
And I don't fight fair.
Yeah.
I'll hit you in the nuts. I'll pinch your nipples. I'll do whatever I have to do.
Yeah.
Nipple pincher Sally.
Tina, that nipple pinching like brought something up, like a story. So my daughter, when I'm in North Carolina, they go over to the in-laws and they they mow the lawn for them. And so they have the lawnmower, they have a four-wheeler, and they have a moped that they just kind of ride around the yard in. And so my daughter, she doesn't like anything like that. She just doesn't. She's not into that. And so she was riding. She got on the four-wheeler with her husband, and so she's sitting on the back, and she's got him around the waist and everything. And then he started revving it up and trying to do a wheelie and all this. Well, she's got a hold of his nipples, and every time he did that, she'd twist them. And so, man, by the time they were done, it didn't take too long before they were done. And he was like, man, it feels like you just ripped those things off. He said, that hurt so bad. She goes, well, I told you not to do that.
Oh.
Yeah.
He
was, you could tell he was in a lot of pain.
That's what he gets.
He did it to himself.
Mm-hmm.
No, my printer was acting weird. Like, I don't know. Like it wouldn't spit out the label. It was just it wouldn't do anything. And then I turned it on, I turned it off, and or turned it off and turned it back on, and then it was like it got a suppository or something, because then it just went crazy.
What are you having done? An implant on what?
I think it's her teeth.
Oh.
If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know, or excuse me, or whatever. Okay.
Yeah, she's okay. She says it will be worth it to keep my teeth together.
Yeah.
Or to keep her teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a tooth dental implant. I see. I hate anything that has to do with my teeth, or
I know.
I hate toothaches. That's like one of the worst pains for me.
Yeah.
Like I can't hardly handle that. And I feel like I can handle a lot of pain, but whenever it comes to tooth pain, that sucks. Beth says Hank's getting boobies. Don't let her fool you.
Go and get them. Go big or go home.
Good luck on the headlights.
On the what?
The
What'd you say?
headlights.
Headlights.
Not headlights. Is that what
I was
you
like,
heard?
yeah, I was like, what?
Good luck
What's she
on the
talking about?
headlights. Jesus Christ.
I was like, maybe she's in a different chat because I don't remember hearing anything like that. But okay, whatever trips your trigger. I like that saying.
Headlights is almost as worse as as bad as having tooth pain.
It's true. I actually need to go back to the place that I was going. I guess they had 2 dentists, and then they lost both dentists. So the last time I called, they're like, well, you just have to call back, keep calling every 6 weeks or so. I'm like, okay. So I need to call them because my mouth is actually starting to hurt again.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know why, but I mean, I have the TMJ really bad, and I've always had that. But I can definitely feel that there's some tension in my jaw, and so
Yeah.
a lot of times that means that I need to get something fixed in there.
Yeah, it might also help you since you don't wear CPAP, even though you might should. It might help you if you, don't. Okay, you can't play Michelle's game. Can't play that Michelle's game where you don't say anything, but you still shake your head and shit at me. But shut up. So you could just go to Walmart and get you one of those
A mouth
those
guard.
sleep mouth guards.
That might help.
And I've used one of those before because I had a professional one done in Oregon when I lived in Oregon when I was 17. And oh my God, that thing was the best thing for your, I mean, when you grind your teeth so bad and you don't even know it, But now that I wear the mask, I have my mouth open all night, so I don't even need a mouth guard anymore.
I shouldn't have wrote that.
What?
Hey, Colin Cash says, do you grind, Valerie? And I said, oh, yeah, baby, on the dance floor. I couldn't help it. I'm sure I do. And I'm sure that's why I have
But
the TMJ, whatever
usually
it's
if
called.
you have some kind of if it's a clinic or something, usually they won't even offer those kind of services, because I don't know, when I got mine when I was 17, they said it was going to cost like $3,000.
Woo!
But Dad's insurance paid for it. So,
well, right? Whatever works.
Yeah. So,
there.
Usually it's more like a cosmetic thing.
Right. Yeah, maybe
Which is
maybe I
bullshit
should
to
do
me.
that.
But
maybe I should look into that. I'm going to put that on my list. Mouth.
They're not that expensive at Walmart. Not at all.
I know, but it's easier for me to order off of eBay. I get it delivered to my house. I have so gotten worse about that. Like I would just rather order it from eBay and it get here in a couple of days than go to Walmart and get it. I try to
Yeah.
avoid that. Because if I go to Walmart for one thing, then I'll get 20 things, and I don't want to do that.
That's awesome that you could do that, Val.
What's
I
up?
need to make a nickname for you.
For me?
No, for
I want a
the other
nickname.
Val.
I want a nickname.
But you have one already.
What? I have several. What's my nickname?
Sybil?
Several.
Sybil?
Several.
Yeah, we'll go with Sybil. Sybil's good.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm freaking hilarious. No, I can't get Sybil out of my head.
The doggy is snoring. Just so you know. Or it might be Todd. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's the dog.
Not me.
Okay. Must be Jenny. Is it Jenny that's the one that snores?
Oh,
Jenny Beasley? Oh.
Probably who?
Actually, yeah. They both do it. They both got the squash face, snorty nose thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Squash face, snorty nose. So your dogs are named what? Jenny, Weasley, and what? What else?
Jenny and Izzy.
Izzy, that's right.
Jenny and Izzy. I thought you. Never mind. I can't hear. That dog needs a CPAP machine.
I don't need CPAP. I got this old sour perfume.
There you go. Is it sour?
Clean me right out. No.
Ew. Ewy.
Okay. Better get this.
Huh.
Did you win on Saturday, Sally?
Me and Valerie both won.
I saw you. I was eating lunch because we were working outside, and I saw when you listed your PS4 and sold it. I'm like, you go for it.
Mm-hmm. I was super happy about that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Please tell me.
It's not like I have one of those, laying around everywhere, but my son wanted to get rid of it.
I was gonna say, if you found that in the dumpster, I'm like, oh, that
No.
place is an
Nope, wasn't that lucky.
All right.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't ever say never, but it hasn't happened yet.
Cool. That was a good sale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, otherwise I could start sourcing her town.
Yeah, we'll have to move there. If they're throwing away PS4s, then I'm moving to Michigan.
You're gonna pull
no crap. I'd be a millionaire by now.
Yeah. Hey. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Looking at this listing that I have, it's for Star Wars. It's like Rebel Command. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about. They're like small.
Army men? Yeah.
Yeah, they're like small Star Wars figures.
Uh-huh.
And you know, it's got a bunch of ships with it and all kinds of stuff. I have 40 pieces, and I have multiple, not just one collection, but like there's like 3 of them all put together.
Oh, wow.
Or actually, no, I guess it's only 2 different sets. And then I have the ships or whatever. But I mean, the pictures are good and everything. I'm only asking, I think I got 29 on it. And regularly those things sell for like $30 or $40 new. So I figured with the 2 sets together plus the you know, the big ship and everything, I thought that was a pretty good price, but might have to drop it. I was trying to look at my keywords too. Let's see if that was too, if it was too much stuff, you know.
Yeah. Are there a
I
lot
don't
of
want to put. Huh?
Are there a lot of them listed?
I don't know. I haven't looked in a while.
All right.
I'm going to take this first round of stuff out. I'll be right back.
All right. All right.
I'm stepping out. Oh.
Did you guys do all right this weekend?
It was slow this weekend.
Yeah.
I didn't list much last week though either, so that could be part of it because I had to help Jim pack because we got slammed in the week, and then I wanted to work on other stuff over the weekend, so I didn't list all weekend. So, and I don't even know if I listed Friday. I might have listed some Christmas stuff Friday.
Yeah.
It was not. I mean, it was okay, but it was not great.
All right.
I had a pretty low average weekend. It's average. Wasn't horrible.
Low average weekend
Yeah.
for sales.
Yeah, you got people like selling those Star Wars Rebel Command things for like $26 with free shipping.
Yeah, it might be. Maybe they're just not selling as much anymore.
Yeah, and the other thing is when you look as a buyer, I do it. You're not gonna hit the best match. You're usually gonna hit price plus shipping lowest first, so it might put you down farther in the search.
Mm-hmm. That, and I'm in the wrong freaking category too. That doesn't help anything. Because I was in video game, Star Wars, oh, actually, toys and hobbies, action figures, TV, movie, and video games. I was in the completely wrong.
Yeah. I got a bunch of X-Wings new in the box and TIE Fighters, some TIE Fighters. And I bought them on clearance for like $3. They're the big Force Awaken ones. So when you put them together, the TIE Fighter's probably like about that big, and the X-Wing's probably about like that. I haven't sold that. And they'll have a ton of watchers. And I don't drop the price on it because I'm like, well, shoot, I'll just put a big like Star Wars battle on a ceiling or something. So I just let them sit like that.
The price.
Did you really?
Yeah. When I got too many watchers, I raised the price $5.
Do you know?
Yeah.
And they got a lot of watches, and I've never sold a one of them. I don't
That's
know.
good.
Star Wars stuff is fun.
They're gonna have to really want them because I really want them.
Yeah. Especially the new Star Wars stuff. You know, it doesn't seem
Well,
like
and the thing is, when Brandon's like our age, can you imagine having that many in the box freaking limited edition Walmart type X-wings?
Yeah. It's our 401k.
X-Wing 401k.
Yeah, there you go, Star Wars 401k.
I found a Stearns kids life jacket in the dumpster this morning.
Oh, cool.
Good condition. And I found a Mitch purse cover, which I could probably sell for $20, $25.
I'm back.
Nikki, you feeling better now?
No,
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little better, but I'm not 100%.
Well, at least you're getting a little better. You sounded pretty bad last week, so.
Yeah. But now I'm finally taking some cold medicine. Last week I was kind of suffering through it, but
Yeah. I never take cold medicine either. I hate taking cold medicine, honestly.
I like cherry tussin.
my lungs
I hate.
have to clear out.
Yeah, I don't like taking Robitussin or any of like those syrups and stuff like that. Oh,
Yeah, it's pretty gross, but makes me feel wonky.
there you go. Take it, you don't realize you took it.
Yeah. Well, I know exactly how I'm gonna feel when I take that stuff. So it's like I can expect it. It's almost better than drinking alcohol. Because with alcohol you never know how you're gonna stuff. So at least you know what you're expecting.
I like those Tylenol PMs. I was having trouble with my back a few years ago, and this is when I'm galloping racehorses and stuff, and my back would be just screaming. I mean, I'd sit down at night in a chair. I couldn't hardly get up. It was just horrible. And I'd take those Tylenol PMs, and they knocked me out like that. You'll sleep like the soundest sleep you've ever slept. And when you wake up, you feel great. It was awesome.
Yeah, Valerie was actually addicted to those at one point.
Really? Yeah, they're nice. Yeah, they work good.
She did it for I think a year or something, and but every night she had to have a Tylenol PM, and she couldn't go to sleep without it.
Yeah.
Not at all. So yeah, she said, I'm gonna have to get myself off these Tylenol PMs because I think I'm addicted to them.
They're good. I mean, they do work really good.
Yeah.
I always would take 2. 3 if it was a bad night, but 2 for sure.
Yeah.
Did you hear me earlier when I was telling everybody I sold a security monitor I paid $2.50 for? I sold it for $110. I sold it for $110 the same day.
Awesome.
Yeah. Not during the challenge like it was supposed to sell, but I still sold it the same day.
Well, that's all that counts. Oh, that's cool.
Next week's gonna be double, probably.
Really?
Well, that's my thing about people that sell it, or people that buy stuff at thrift stores, and people like us that buy at auctions. I mean, they're always like, "Oh, I wish I could get a home run." Well, I always get home runs at auctions all the time. It happens
Should I get home runs out of the dumpster?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have really great thrift stores here, so could I make a living on only thrift stores? I couldn't. Now, that being said, do I still walk around and check them out? Well, sure, because sometimes I find, like that Buku leather jacket. I bought that at a thrift store. I buy a lot of like good snowmobile clothing at the thrift store, or like motorcycle clothing, like if you do like this dirt bike stuff and that kind of stuff. I find a lot of that at our local thrift store because we have a lot of power sports stuff here. So I still go check it out. There's a thrift store.
Oh yeah, I check them out. I mostly check those out in the wintertime no more.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I'll be like, well, I got to go to town and buy dog food. So I'll just run in through the thrift stores quick or whatever. There's a town that's about 8 miles south of me. I like to go check out their thrift store once a week or so because they get a lot of these cabin clean outs, and I found a lot of like these mid-century lamps and stuff like that. They'll sell them for like $2 or $3. So I go check that one out some too. So I don't want to diss thrift stores because I do check them out, you know.
I check them out too, especially if I go somewhere else because somewhere where I don't know where I'm at, you know, just different places. Anytime we go to a different town, I always check the thrift store because that's what you know. You can Google it and they're there, you know.
Yeah.
And even a thrift store, even if a thrift store checks eBay for all the prices and stuff like that, if you have a thrift store that does that, they will always miss something.
Yeah.
And I wasn't discounting thrift stores. I'm just saying.
No, I'm not saying
the people that go to thrift stores, only thrift stores. You know, I always hear them saying, "Oh, I wish I could get a home run." You know, I hardly ever see home runs, but I get home runs a lot at auctions.
Well, what I like about an auction is I'll stand there all day long and I'll come home with a huge truckload of stuff.
Yeah.
When you look at thrift stores, I'm buying items one item at a time, and I got to search through racks and racks of stuff to look for it. Where at an auction, I can just stand there all day or sit in a chair or whatever and just bid on it, and I'll come home with a whole truckload of stuff. You know, auctions are great for me for influx of new merchandise into my eBay store, and it really boosts sales and stuff. Actually, I could use a good auction. We haven't really had any auctions around here. I could really use one right now.
You get more bang for your buck, I think.
Yeah.
If I go spend $100 at an auction or go out spend $100 at a thrift store, I'm getting a hell of a lot more from the auction than I am.
Yeah. Thrift store. That's true.
I'm gonna totally redo my whole entire house.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty excited about it because I can do it at the auction for. The only thing I'm going to buy new is my bed, but.
Yeah. Yeah, we've bought a lot of furniture at auctions. I think most of other than stuff that's been in my family for a long time, I mean, most of my stuff it'll be like, oh, I like that dresser. Or I'll like that hutch and I'll buy it. And then whatever I have that I replace it with, I sell it. So it's like I can, switch stuff out, make a little money on what I sell, and pretty much get the other thing for nothing.
Yeah. Well, like I've said before, there isn't much brand new in my house.
Yeah.
Most of it's from auctions or rummage sales and stuff. Or hand-me-downs. Well, for not doing anything, let's see, I don't remember the last time I listed before that monitor. And so I sold 2 things this weekend.
That's great.
Cool.
Pretty sad.
Yeah,
but that's what happens when you don't.
Yeah, but now with these
that's what happens when you don't do the work.
Yeah. Well, with these listing challenges, though, you guys start hitting it again now. Maybe we'll motivate you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got to start looking for stuff to list during the listing challenge, Nikki.
Yeah. Bring out my secret weapon.
And you got your listed pile from your show.
Yeah.
Start hitting that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was hoping to be up to 500 listings by now, but
Sorry, I'm back.
I'm not sorry you're back.
I'm glad I'm back. Of course,
I'm glad you are too.
taking the packages out and turned into taking the packages out, putting the dogs out to go to the bathroom, and then bringing them back in and treats, and yeah, turned out to a lot more than that.
You said, sorry, I'm back. And I said, no, I'm not sorry you're back.
Well,
should have paused between sorry, I'm back.
I guess I should have put a little more thought into that.
Insert comma here.
Yeah, exactly. I think I need to give my phone an enema.
Oh.
I need to get a new phone.
Yeah, because it doesn't. It's not pushing any of my messages through until, like, if I move my phone, then that's when all the messages come up.
Oh.
It's kind of weird.
Getting bad service.
Yeah. Probably so. I didn't make my 1,300 mark yesterday.
Well, then that means
Maybe
you just
I'll-
got to do it today.
Maybe it'll get done today. It should get done today.
How close?
What are you at?
1,293.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. You were at 1,200 like what, a week ago?
No, actually, I made it to 1,300, and then I sold a bunch of stuff, and it knocked me down back down to 1,200 or 1,270 or something like that. And so it's like a constant battle trying to get it. I mean, it's a good problem to have. I'm not complaining at all, but just trying to get it back up.
Well, like I told you, for me to get up to that 2,000 items, it took me at least 3 years.
Yeah.
Listing machine. So
Grandma Magic listed it.
I mean, it's not like now when I list like one thing a day, but I was listing like 20 a day.
Yeah, and I'm still trying to keep up with that 20. Well, what I do is I put it, so my goal is 20 a day, but sometimes, I don't get 20 a day. Sometimes I'll get 15 or 18, but
That's okay.
I'm listing every single day though.
Yeah, and you're listing a good amount.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to keep that consistent, that part consistent. But I mean, for the week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, those were all really good days for me. And there hasn't been since the 16th of September, I've had sales every day. They haven't been great, but I've still had sales every day.
Yeah.
Something. So.
But like I say, even if you work a full-time job and stuff, this is coming from me. I used to work a full-time job and do eBay full-time. Be able to, and I took care of kids, took care of my home, made dinner, everything else. And I still, there was not a day that I went by that I didn't at least get 5 in.
Right.
At least be able to get 5 listings in every single day. And you should strive for 10 to 20 a day or more.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, even if it's a day where you're all busy, you got the kids' concert and everything else, be able to get 5 in a day.
Right. And that's another thing that I have kind of learned is that, and I try to do it. I don't always get a chance to do it, but I'll try to, like, because I do the drafts first. So I'll draft 5 and then picture 5 and then get them up, as soon as I can instead of waiting. Because sometimes, I mean, with life, when life gets in the way and everything, if you draft 5 and then something happens and then you don't get back for, a couple of hours, and then, you're constantly, hey, you're constantly, trying to get back into drafting, and then, you finally get your 10 up at 10 o'clock at night. I like to have it where at least I get my 5, and that way if anything happens, at least I got 5. That's kind of my.
And that's another thing, I'm not a drafter, but
Mm-hmm.
if back in the day, if I get my 10 to 20 in and I was still raring to go or it was still early enough or whatever, I would do a bunch of listings and save them.
Right.
So that on days when I couldn't do them, I could at least be uploading some
Right.
listings.
Yeah, that's a great way to do it.
To keep my momentum up.
Yep. You got to have that momentum.
Yeah. And you have to keep it up. You can't,
That's. And that's the thing too, is you can't not list for a week and then list, 20 or 30 in a day and expect that you're going to get sales that same day or the next day even. It kind of has a delay on it. So yeah, you'll get sales from that, but it won't be immediate. Or not usually. Sometimes you get lucky.
Yeah.
But it's just, I think it's a good habit to get into, is just, especially if you're full time. If you're full time, you should be listing every single day. Yeah. There's no reason why you shouldn't.
Exactly.
If you're part time, and you got, even if you're full time and you've got, other things going on, family and, taking people to the doctor, and that's, completely understandable, but you still should be getting something, a minimum of 5, I would say, at least a day. Because when you think about it, it really doesn't take much to get, even with research, it shouldn't take that long to get 5 listings up.
Well, that's why I say you should be able to at least get 5 listings up, because 5 listings is not a big deal.
No.
I don't care how new you are.
No.
If you can't get 5 listings in, then yeah. I mean, like me right now, it's not that I don't have time or whatever. It's just I choose not to,
Right. Right.
I don't have any other excuse other than I'm lazy. I don't want to do it right now.
And you have that choice. You've worked it. You know what it takes. So know when you're ready to get back into it, you know what you're going to do. You already have the know-how. You just got to do it.
Well, yeah, I know what I need to do to make sales.
and you'll do it when you're ready. So, absolutely. And I find that the working hangouts. I'm not trying to like toot my own horn or anything, but I love the working hangouts because
Yeah.
everybody's doing the same thing. Everybody's trying to get some stuff listed, but then you also have in the background you have people talking, and you have people sharing stories and laughing, and it just makes it a good workplace to be in, because this is a lonely business when you don't have people around. It gets boring.
Yep.
And I've gotten to the place where I'll have usually a working hangout in the afternoon or the evening. Sometime, I would say probably 3 to 4 times a week. Sometimes more, sometimes less.
Yeah. My first internet bill, and I haven't used my internet.
Oh, Nikki. Oofta.
Yeah. I still haven't got it hooked up, but I've paid my first bill.
Well, at least it's not going to get disconnected before it's even connected.
No.
That sounded really dumb, but
Yeah, that'd be pretty sad. Disconnected before I could even use it.
oh my gosh. It's going to be a good day. So this weekend I was Bob the Builder yesterday morning. I got all my my little metal covering. It's like a little patio, but it has the 6 metal post on it, and it's got a metal roof, and it's got a cement slab. And then I had some boards.
Wait a
Can't
minute.
remember.
Did you just say cement?
Cement.
Cement pone.
Cement slab.
Cement
You sound
slab.
like the Beverly. You
Yes.
sound like the Beverly Hillbillies.
Swimming in my cement.
It's Jethro from the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah.
Go out back to the cement pond.
Hey, I'm allowed. You guys are always making fun of the way I say stuff.
Cement or concrete, I guess, but cement.
Cement.
That's what I say.
Cement.
No, cement.
It's a short E. Anyways, go on.
I guess could, yeah. So, yeah, cement.
Sorry.
So I put plastic around there so I could have a smoking area without freezing my butt off, which I'm still going to freeze my butt off, but at least it's going to keep the cold wind down. It's still going to be colder than heck, but
listen, it snowed here a little bit yesterday, so I don't want to hear anything about it's going to be colder than heck.
Did it?
A little bit for about 30 seconds. It was.
Oh my gosh!
Yesterday we got some wet snow for about 30 seconds.
Oh my gosh!
It can't stick on the ground, but it was in the air.
Yeah, but this morning our deck is just covered with ice, not frost, ice.
Oh yeah, and everything was iced.
Yeah, we had a frost advisory last night. I think when I woke up, it was like 40 degrees. Like, I'm not ready.
Yeah, we got down to like 30 last night or something, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you'll get those first few frost advisories, and after that, they figure everything's dead anyway, so we don't even get frost advisories anymore. It's like, surprise, everything's frozen.
Yeah.
Hope your battery's charged.
Oh, I'm just not ready. But I kept telling myself when I was doing that, I was like, maybe I need to do this. Maybe I need to, make this a little more, reinforce this a little bit and all that. And I was like, no, you have one winter. This should get you through one winter. You'll be fine.
Oh, no.
So
You've been saying that for like 3 winters.
We can say that. Our email is Operation PY13. The 13 stands for 2013. We honestly thought we were going to move in 2013. We were so stupid.
Well, Jim did. I didn't think we would. I always said if I could get out of here by the time when I turn 45, I'd be happy, which is scary. That's next year. But anyway, we'll see what happens.
Huh? I could see that happening next year.
Yeah, maybe.
I know that you guys wanted to, it was kind of like a deadline to get it all done before Brandon started school,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then so once he started school, it was kind of like all bets are off because you didn't,
Yeah, I'm not going to transfer him in the middle of the year.
Right. So, it's got to happen.
Yeah.
It's got to happen next year. I think next year is going to be a good year, I think.
Yeah.
I have a feeling.
What show is that Father Ted? The tarot reader keeps turning the death card over.
Oh, yeah, that was a good
It's
one.
just like there's only supposed to be one in a deck. There's like 3 of them in a row.
Hi, Henry. I see you're here.
Go in there.
I finally got the chat up.
Now
it's almost time to end the show.
Yeah, I'm the veranda builder, exactly. So I did that, and then what else did I do yesterday? I did a couple of other little things. I, put some leaves and stuff up next to the house, just for kind of a insulator type of thing, and got the snow shovel out, and so I was kind of busy yesterday morning. And then of course we didn't have the challenge yesterday. Oh, we had a hangout, I think, or something. But
not a public one.
There
Yeah.
was a hangout yesterday.
What's that?
There was a hangout yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Was I there? I don't remember. I'm getting so old I can't remember what.
Aw. But I do plan on I have plans on going at least to the bins one time this month. If I can get there 2 times, that'd be great. But,
Gnome penis, shake my head.
What?
What?
Gnome penis, shake my head.
What?
What?
This clown has no penis.
Grandma Magic Classic says nobody on the panel said gnome penis, shake my head.
Oh, gnome penis. I thought you were saying.
Why?
I don't know what you're saying.
Why would we say gnome penis?
Because they've been talking about it in the chat.
Oh, I didn't have the chat up.
Oh, I didn't see that. I was like, what? What?
So I had to say it because they said nobody said it.
I thought you were saying no penis, and I'm like,
That's
what are you
exactly what I was like. What are you talking about?
Shake my head. What the hell are you talking about?
You have dementia or something, because you're just like talking weird, like saying random words, and
I thought it was like in the movie Step Brother where he wakes up, he goes, "This cow."
Quick, what's the number for 911?
Bad rascal.
Attack of the Ringo. Huh.
Oh, that's what I meant. Not Roscoe. Ringo.
Ringo the dingo. Huh? Are you a dingo? You're just a dingbat, huh? Are you a dingbat?
The
Yeah.
dingoes ate my baby.
The dingoes ate your baby.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
He looks like he wants to chew something.
Oh yeah. He says, what can I get
I love
into?
Ringo.
I can't get into nothing. Mama's got a hold on me. Huh? Mama got a hold on me. Yeah, you do.
Is Mabel.
Oh my God, blackberry thistle tea. The other night when where were we? In the auction show? And Angie said, hi, Lolly. And then not too long later, hey, Lolly. And oh my God, I just busted a gut. I was sitting here laughing so freaking hard. Oh my God, I laughed so hard. I couldn't even tell you, and I couldn't say anything in the chat. Oh God, that was so funny. And I think the crazy card said something like, haha, hi, Lolly, or something he said. And oh my God, or like I don't even remember how he typed it, but it was just funny the way, anything funny, but it was just the way he typed it, knowing that, him saying Lolly, like that. You could just tell the way he typed it. You know what I mean? Laugh so god dang hard. Very thistle tea. I asked earlier, but you must not have been here.
No fighting.
I love puppy bellies. I think puppy bellies are so cute because they're so little chubby bellies.
He likes to eat your hair.
Oh my gosh. Quit. You're being a little butt today, aren't you? You're being a little butt today, aren't you? Yes, you are.
Bye, Hank.
Yes, you are. Ooh.
Have a good day, hon.
Ooh.
Take care.
Okay. Go play.
Bye, Hank.
Bye, Hank. Have a good day.
I won what did I win the other night? Oh, a beer pong set.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it to my daughter for Christmas.
That's perfect.
She'll love it. Cincinnati Pickers like, oh, Mom.
We used to have beer pong quite frequently.
Yeah. We were partiers.
Oh yeah, back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to show her and her friends up on beer pong.
I've never played it.
It's a fun game.
I shit you not. When my daughter was in high school, she was afraid to drink, and they used to play water pong.
Okay.
And I was like, whose kid are you? Or like when they went to prom, they had an after prom party, fire down at the lake, down at the beach. And I was like, well, if anybody drinks, just let me know, no problem. I'll come and get you,
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, I gave her permission to drink. I know what goes on at prom parties, after prom parties, I would rather have my kid call me for a ride than scold them and whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So I said, I don't care who needs a ride or how many people need a ride. Give me a call. I'll be there.
I know what happens at a party too. The dress comes off.
Yeah. all of a sudden at like, I don't know, 10:30, it was
Anchor
like
baby.
10:30 to 11 o'clock. My daughter walks in. What are you doing here? She goes, oh, we decided we were done. I said, what, your chessboards get wet or what? Yeah, we played cornhole. That's fun. She goes, well, Mommy, most parents would be happy that their teenage daughter isn't a drunk. I said, well, I'm just wondering where you came from and what you did with my kid, because there's no way you came out of me. I says, I pretty much gave you and your friends permission to get drunk.
Right.
You know?
Well, drinking ain't the only way kids get into trouble, Nikki.
Well, I doubt that was even going on. That's all right. I was blessed if she did. That's okay. Now she drinks like a fish. No, she doesn't. She does. She's not. You know, she doesn't drink all the time. Just likes to go out and party once in a while. She's got a bigger liquor cabinet than I do.
Nikki, do you want us to drive over and help you with the intervention? You want us to drive over to Superior and help you with the intervention? Or
Yeah.
Jenny can't find that puppy that's barking.
18, 13. Okay.
I'm sure she was looking. Where's that dog at? Daddy, did you get another dog?
Jennifer said that was the problem, Nikki. You gave her permission. When I was younger, I didn't drink because I was allowed to. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what I did with the way that I looked at it with my daughters. You know, I figured if they wait until they're, 21, which I know that they wouldn't, but if I make them wait, then they're just going to go out and go crazy and, get into a lot of trouble. So I figured the best way to do that is to kind of what would you call it? Like, cut to the chase and just tell them, you can drink, but there's consequences, and that's kind of the way that I did it.
Well, that was me. I mean, like I always taught my kids, it's not okay to drink, whatever. But there's nothing wrong with drinking as long as you do it responsibly.
Right.
And I always taught my kids that, because I was brought up in the days of SAD, Students Against Drunk Driving, and MAD, and we always had that contract with our parents that no matter what, if we got drunk, we could call them for a ride.
Right.
And my parents were like that, and I'm like that. I'd much rather my kid be out drinking, tying one on, and call me for a ride than hiding it from me, and then getting themselves killed or their friends killed or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, like I say, like with birth control in teenagers, I would rather give my kids condoms or put them on birth control than end up having a baby that I got to take care of.
Right.
Because teenage kids are gonna have sex either way.
Right.
Or they're gonna drink either way. So, I did it. I know it's gonna happen. So, I might as well try to prevent it than be open with it and try to prevent it than them sneaking around and not being able to access condoms or whatever, and end up getting pregnant, and then I have a kid I got to raise.
Right. Exactly.
I wish my parents thought that way. I used to, because back in my day, you had to go to the drugstore. So you had to go to the druggist who'd been giving you cold medicine since you were like 5 years old, and they were behind the counter. So you had to tell the old man to go get them. Yeah, I'd like those frozen rib, please.
You should have waited till you got married, and then you wouldn't have had to worry about
I was
it.
married, no.
Well, I was lucky, you know. My kids really weren't wild kids, so but.
The town called Grease Pit? Oh my
No,
God.
and she drowns in a pit of grease. What kind of place has just a pit of grease?
Oh my God. A little kid drowned in a grease pit behind an ice cream shop.
Yeah, I seen
God.
that.
Where?
Check in Alabama, but anyway,
Oh,
I mean, you would think you would not just have like a pit behind your restaurant.
That happens. Grease pits
That's
happen.
terrible.
On one of the grease pits of the property, so they have multiple grease pits.
Oh gosh.
I mean, you could sell that stuff.
Oh.
Like, use it for that biodiesel or whatever.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Well, it is Alabama. Sorry, Dusty.
That whole crew. Oh boy. There might be some ripping about that.
Whoops.
Yeah, when we get the kids that drowned in silos, though, I won't take no twice a year. So.
My question is, why is a 3-year-old climbing in a grease pit?
Right.
Yeah, why is a 3-year-old by themselves?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's terrible. When I was a kid, though, I remember telling my mom, "Okay, Mom, I'm going to play. Okay, well, I'll be back at lunch, or if it was lunchtime, just be back around 5, for some. Okay, yeah. But if you came in at 7, it was no big deal. They weren't worried or nothing. It's like, oh, yeah, the kid's a couple hours late. No big deal. I mean, today, you'd be calling the National Guard.
Oh God, yes.
Not at 3 years old, though.
No.
Oh, no, I wasn't at 3. But I was probably like 7.
Yeah.
They just turned you loose.
Yep.
We'd run the neighborhood.
Yep.
But yeah, a lot of kids died of stupid stuff back then too.
Oh my God. This dog.
They would whistle for me to call me home. It was like a dog. My uncle could do this loud dog whistle where you stick your fingers in your mouth, and that's how he'd call me home. Because I'd stop. I'm like, was he calling the dog? And if he did it again, I knew I'd better get my ass home. What is that? What is that?
You hear that other dog? Huh?
So yeah, he's disturbing my rest. I was sleeping good until I heard that dog.
Dog. Puppy.
We were good as long as we checked in. We were good, And home before dark. We lived across the street from the rec center, so that's pretty much where we were all our childhood. Playing soccer, being down there ice skating. Whatever. That's one thing they should have never got rid of was rec centers.
Yeah, you don't give a kid something to do, they get in trouble. I mean, that's like the military. I mean, they keep you wake up, you know what you're doing. From the time you wake up till the time you go to bed, you have a function or you're supposed to be somewhere at some time. And I'll tell you, that really straightens a lot of people out.
Yep.
Yeah, This idle hands of the devil's workshop is it's a corny, but it's true.
Yeah.
I can see it in the horses. The horses that are worked with and ridden and stuff, they get in a lot less mischief. It's the horses that, nobody's, for whatever reason, maybe it's got a bad ankle or something like that. It's just a lame horse or something. Doesn't get ridden much. They don't get any mental activity. That's when they start cribbing on fences or trying to break out or other bad horse habits or whatever. It's if they're not worked with. They got no mental activity to...
Blackberry Thistletea says, I wonder if people really do wait until they're married.
I don't I don't think.
In what century?
I thought about that. What if, like I told my kids, I said, you should wait till you're married, but you got to find out, because you can't be stuck in a long marriage with a guy with a...
Okay, that broke up, but I don't even know if I want to know what you said there.
Sorry. Is it better now?
Yeah.
No, I just told my kids, I said, you don't want to be stuck with a guy your whole life that has a little penis.
Oh, I thought that's what you said. Okay.
Wow, what did I come back to? I was gone for 2 minutes and it was like, what?
Oh boy.
There goes your advertising.
Oh, well. All right.
This is legal.
Just because some guys have little penises doesn't mean anything, Nikki.
Well, it's not the size, it's the motion of the ocean.
And that's bullshit, you know that.
No,
No?
seriously.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
I'm not saying anything about my husband's size, but he knows how to rock my world without it.
Okay. And we'll stop right there.
Yeah, I'm sure Brandon would appreciate what you're
No, but Nikki doesn't believe that, if you don't have a big penis that you can't, satisfy people.
Been home? Sorry.
Huh?
Why are you at school?
Blah, blah, blah. Oh, blah, 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 blah.
What'd
Did
you
they
say,
say their
Nikki?
Did they say their kid was home?
No. I'm talking
No.
about Brandon.
Oh.
No, Brandon's at school
Well,
up there.
if he is, listen up. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. No, seriously, you can totally satisfy a woman without all that.
Yeah, as long as he knows the ABCs.
Well, yeah, that helps too.
I don't know what that means.
And I'm not explaining it.
Okay.
There is a line,
A line.
Just because I usually reach Pluto every show doesn't mean I have to go there all the time.
She means
Being
she's
on
trying
it.
to behave herself.
Oh, I gotcha.
I'm not.
Trying being the key word.
Here's some off topic.
I'm not here.
Oh boy.
I'm not here to behave myself. What, Jim?
Here's something a little off topic. But did you know that Pluto is a planet? And not only is it a planet, but it's surrounded by by thousands of these other things that are like Pluto that technically, by definition, would fall into the category as planets. Pluto's in this. They discovered this belt of things like Pluto. So that's why they had to take it off the planet list, because they're like, well, if you include Pluto, you got to include these other 1,000 things or whatever. So that's why they dumped Pluto. So technically, Pluto is actually a planet, but it's the type of planet that's categorized with this 1,000 other things in this
What is
belt.
this, like your education minute here?
So is it in the same galaxy?
He's trying to bring back the advertisers.
No, it's in our.
Reeling them back in.
Is it in the same galaxy though?
It's in our
I
solar
don't
system.
think Jim's in the same galaxy.
It's in our solar system. Okay.
Unless we're on the border of our solar system, maybe border of our unless our solar system's on the border of our galaxy, then I guess some of our planets could be in the galaxy. But no, I think they're all in the same thing.
I mean, I think a lot of it has kind of changed, hasn't it? Because, well, that wouldn't be in our solar system though. Those other planets that they found, those weren't in our solar system, right?
Yeah, but they've discovered some that are past our solar system, like other solar systems.
No, I think they would still be in our solar system. And
No,
they
they're in our.
them.
No, they're not in our solar system.
The ones that are like Pluto?
No, we're not even talking about that. Like where they found, like they put a number to it, and they say, well, it could sustain life.
Yeah, there's like 7 of them.
Light years away.
Yeah.
There's like 7 of them that have like 4 Earths. You know.
Yeah.
I think they estimate the planet's got like 12,000 years or something because of the sun, because of what the stage of life that the sun's at. That the sun is going to start to enlarge and create more heat, and eventually it's like 12,000 years. And I don't know if we're going to make it. I mean, I don't know if we can find another place. And how many? They're not going to transport everybody. You know what I mean? You can have somebody important to get transported. So just hope you're not born that late.
Well, I won't.
So go get in your fryer. Go lay with all your oil. Because you fixing to be a potato chip.
Oh my gosh.
I like astronomy though. It really fascinates me.
Yeah.
I do too. I think astronomy is cool.
And there's always something to learn.
Oh my God, did you see that movie Life?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
But why do people always gotta mess with stuff like, oh, I'm making friends with it, and it's not gonna be your friend, you know? It's gonna go wrong.
My favorite line is when that first doctor, he's like, "Oh, look, it's curiosity's overcoming its fear." And it's like, are you talking about it, or are you talking about you dummy?
Right.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
It's good.
Well, historically, like they got these beacons or whatever trying to contact aliens. I mean, have you ever seen an indigenous species do well when the invasive species comes in? I mean, Native Americans, the Vikings when they went to England. You know, it doesn't usually end well for the indigenous peoples or species. You know.
Well,
The Muppets. Grandma Magic Classic said she heard pigs in space in her head. I said the Muppets.
Oh, the Muppets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good show.
pigs in space.
Oh my God, I remember when I was a little kid when the Muppets would come on. I think it was Saturday night or Sunday night. I can't remember. But anyway, it was like 7 o'clock. You sat and watched the Muppets. It was a big deal.
And your parents, adults liked it too.
I love the Muppets.
Yeah, me too.
I actually do only for my kids. I do imitations of some of the Muppets.
Oh, come on.
No, I only do it for my kids.
We're your kids, kind of.
Nope.
Nope. Not gonna happen.
I do Miss Piggy, Kermit the Frog.
How does it say Kermit?
The Swedish Chef.
I do Yoda a lot.
Okay, here's a question from Blackberry to Thistle Tea. How is toilet paper like the Starship Enterprise?
No, I know.
I don't know.
Something about going where no man has gone before or something?
No, it wipes out Klingons and it cleans up the rings around Uranus.
That's funny. That's hilarious. Good one.
Blackberry spoiled your joke.
Good job.
I like Sally's answer. Go where no man's gone before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an exit, not an entrance.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exit only.
Yep, cleans up the rings around Uranus.
That must be the part that he really likes. Happy.
But I don't remember them cleaning up rings around the Uranus on the Starship Enterprise. Do you, Todd? What episode was that?
That was behind the scenes.
They both circle Uranus in search
God.
of Klingons.
Oh my God, you're right. They both circle Uranus in search of Klingons.
Oh my
Funny.
gosh.
That's hilarious.
I gotta
Good
call my
job,
daughter.
Todd. Good job.
Yep.
Shipping's done.
Yay!
It only took 2 hours, but
Well, you got it done though. That's all right.
and I would because I was thinking about it today, and I thought, well, maybe I should just start, packaging them up when I sell them, but then I can't do a mail call. That wouldn't be a good mail call, would it? Because I wouldn't have the item.
Right. Yeah.
Well, like this morning, you couldn't see anything. So
No.
anyway, I don't know.
And really, you should just do it even if you don't have your face on.
I cannot. Like my hair was like up to here.
Well, then you need to get your shit together early enough to do it.
Alrighty then. Tell me how you really feel.
I did. No, because it's better.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the
And
bottom line.
even
Is
if-
I just need to get my shit together. That's true.
Even if you say what you sold, I can't picture it. I can't. There's
Right.
you don't have enough words to. I mean, not saying that you don't have enough words to describe it, but you would
Yeah, I know.
you would have to really put some thought into how to describe it.
Right.
So that I could picture it.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah, you could pack them every morning during the mail call. Just talk about it while you're packaging it. OJ says, I don't need to know about your mail calls, Val.
But I like to share.
Those the same as booty calls or what?
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
I don't know.
I tried to call my daughter with that joke, but she didn't answer. Dang it. My kids, I'll send them something on Facebook. And like their friends, they'll show their friends or whatever. And they're like, oh my God, that's funny. Where'd you get that from, And they'll be like, my mom. And they're like, your mom sent you that? They're like, yep.
My kids say I'm hip with the kids. And it's really funny when you see, you know, some young people come in the store in the morning and they go to get something out of the cooler, and I have my music blasting in there, which is Disturbed and 21 Pilots. And like, damn. It's just expression on their face like, damn, she got some good music going on in there. I do too. Me and my I'm talking to Mama J. She says I love 21 Pilots. Me and my son, well, actually, I found them on YouTube when they were still a baby band. I mean, there's only 2 people in the band, but they were playing these little venues, and they only had one video on YouTube, and so, which was House of Gold, and I, from that video, I loved them. It was just, they were just like my type of music. They had some you know, growl to their voice, but they were actually singers, and it was just my style. Love it.
Todd, Blackberry Thistlety wants to know if you remember Todd and Lisa from the old SNL.
What?
If you remember Todd and Lisa from the old SNL.
Yeah, with the nuggies and
Yeah, they were the cheerleaders, right?
no, it's before the cheerleader.
They were before the cheerleaders?
Yeah, it was Gilda Radner and Dan Aykroyd were Todd and Lisa.
Oh boy.
No, Bill Murray and Radner. They were like a nerdy pair of kids, and they had like a whole bunch of different skits. I remember one skit was the guy was coming to take away the old Nord's refrigerator, and it was Dan Aykroyd bent over and showed his butt crack, and they, you know, of course, Todd and Lisa, they were like, "Oh, it's a moon," you know. So, yeah, I remember Todd and Lisa.
Back in that day, I was not allowed to watch Saturday Night Live. I was too little.
Yeah.
Y'all were
Us
all
either.
young back then. Yeah, there you go, Blackberry. Noogie. They give each other noogies, and
Yeah, she said she's giving you a noogie, Todd, for spoiling her riddle. Saying, "Oh, Todd."
and Todd would give her a booby.
A booby.
Yeah, you know, when somebody says there's something on your chest, and so you grab and twist the titty and you say booby.
Oh. I'd probably have to slap him.
Yeah.
Remember Revenge of the Nerds? Tune in Tokyo, where he put his hands on the woman's boobs and he was like Tune in Tokyo. Tune in Tokyo. He was turning his hands like he was on a radio.
Mm-hmm.
That was funny. Don't look at me like that, Valerie. It really happened.
Like,
I think that was Revenge of the Nerd. It was funny, though. He was turning the knobs on a radio, and it was the little woman's boobs. Well, that's the thing, we were talking about good stuff, good wholesome stuff, and it was our viewers that wanted us to talk about other stuff. So, okay, YouTube, we are doing what the viewers want us to do. Those that watch want us to talk about this. So, what are we supposed to do? Am I right?
Like I told Valerie, because she doesn't have any flags on there now, and it should be fine.
Oh.
Really, it should be, because they did that to me at one point and said that I needed to check the box for age restriction, which means that only people that were 18 and older could watch my videos. And they told me that I needed to do that if, I didn't want to get violations.
Oh.
And so I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And so I didn't check the box for age violation. And the flags, they went away. And whenever I check my status, it says it's fine. That it's, it's all the way in the good. And I've not gotten anything yet. I think the robots just kind of attacked a couple of times in a row, and that's why she got those violations. But now there's nothing on there, so I told her, don't worry about it.
I never got a ding form or anything.
Yeah.
No.
I never got a violation. There was just something on there that said, it just said not appropriate for all listeners.
Right.
And that's all I got.
But they still let you monetize it?
It could be monetized, but not all advertising it wasn't open to all advertising, I should say.
Right. So like any advertising that has to do with children probably will be not be able to be on Valerie's videos. So they'll just put like car videos or something, car advertisements or something on it.
Yeah.
Ooh, that paid. Dang it, where's my cha-chings at?
Ruh-roh.
Yeah.
Things are not age appropriate.
Shush.
Did you win anything on the auction the other night, Todd?
No, I bid on a couple of things, but I got outbid every time. And
yeah, that's usually what happens to me because I'm too cheap.
Some of the stuff I was just like, I don't know if I'd be interested in that or not anyway. So some of it was pretty cool. I did bid on a couple of things, but I didn't win.
Well, I wanted that. I wanted that beer pong set, so I came out right at 20.
Yeah, I noticed.
I was like, I ain't messing around. Scared them off. I think I got it for like 25 or something.
Yeah.
Which it probably only costs like $15 in the store, but I don't care. I've never seen one in the store, so.
I think I was looking them up on eBay while you were bidding, and they were like $35 or something.
Okay, so after shipping, I'll probably pay around $35 for it, so that's all right.
Yeah. So you're about eBay price on it.
Yeah.
But her local food bank got some cash out of you, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. And it's another Christmas gift for my daughter. So.
Yep.
Christmas is gonna be fun this year.
Fill up them cups.
Yeah.
Time to play beer.
I got a stack of red Solo cups to bring with too. I bid up to like 200 on that scooter for Barb too that day. I wanted that, but Mr. Sadie outbid me.
Yeah.
So what is everybody gonna do today? Anything exciting?
I'm just listing these old perfumes from the state sale. Like this
Yeah, I
one.
think I'm gonna get.
It's called
Oh,
Jill.
what's that one?
It's called Jill Sander Man 3.
Huh?
I thought that's just not very much bigger than like a sampler size. I don't know how many milliliters it is, but
I'm amazed at how much people will pay for um perfume that's already used. I mean, I've sold
Yeah.
perfume that had not even a quarter of the bottle left, and people have paid $50 for it. You know, it's crazy.
yeah, but this if this was full, it sells for like $30, and I'm like, really?
Well,
So it's probably $15. That's fine. It's easier to ship than a shirt.
my daughter, I sent her a text message about that toilet paper in Starship Enterprise. She goes, "That's disgusting." I thought it was hilarious. Guess she's not as fun as I thought she was.
But you know what? Probably everybody where she's at, I'm sure everybody's gonna know that joke
Oh, I'm sure.
because she's probably gonna share it.
Yeah, I'm sure she will.
I didn't get a cha-ching either. What the hell?
I don't know what's going on.
I got a notice that I got paid with PayPal, but I didn't get a notice that it's sold. What the heck? Sold a pair of Gucci tortoiseshell sunglasses. No, prescription glasses. Hey, that puts me in the profit on glasses now. A bunch of glasses I got. Cool. Let's see. Going to the United Kingdom.
Why do chicken coops only have 2 doors?
I don't know.
Because if they had 4, they would be called chicken sedans.
Yuck.
That was good. I like that one.
That was dumb. That's like a 3rd grade joke.
That was cute.
They're called dad jokes. My daughter tells me them all the time, and they're cute little jokes that are just freaking hilarious. Like, why did the Clydesdale give the pony a glass of water?
I don't know.
Because he was a little horse.
Oh my goodness.
How do you make a Kleenex dance? Put a little boogie in it.
Aw. That's awesome, Thrifty Picker. Said she
What?
sold 5 cases of Crest Scentsy strips I found in the dumpster. I sell them for $15.99 each. That is awesome.
Nice.
Very good.
Yeah.
If a one-hump camel had a baby with a two-hump camel, what would they call their baby?
Huh.
Humphrey.
Humphrey.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you started this.
Who did? I didn't. I am not guilty.
Only a few more days till The Walking Dead starts.
I know. I can't wait.
Monday. I know. I'm excited.
I'm getting a view.
Actually, the season finale of Fear the Walking Dead was actually pretty good.
Was it?
Yeah.
When was that on?
Last night.
Last night.
Oh, I didn't get a notification that it was on.
The Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it was pretty good. Actually, it's getting better. The show is.
It is.
That's good because it really sucked for a while there.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, well, that first a little bit. Yeah, it picks up. It picks up quite. It's actually getting pretty good now.
Yeah. Well, somebody was telling me that there's going to be a crossover.
Yeah, I
This
heard
guy, my
that.
dad- This guy my husband works with, he's like my Walking Dead buddy. Anyways, he said, yeah, there's going to be a crossover where one of the people that's on The Walking Dead is going to be on Fear the Walking Dead.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Walking Dead is
That's
supposed
kinda
to be-
creepy.
like that on
I don't-
AMC last night.
I don't
One
know
would
if
be
I-
a cast character, or one that's already dead, or one that's live in the series now.
Well, that's what he was saying. It might be like Glenn or Abraham or something, one that's already dead.
You're going backwards, so you can bring back one of the characters, or like Merle, or
Yeah.
who's guy like Merle.
I like Merle too.
Merle, they weren't from Texas. I don't think so. I think they're like right from Georgia because they're
Oh,
good
yeah,
old
yeah,
boys down there. You have to
What?
like Abraham or something.
Oh
I
yeah,
can
so he's
see.
traveling. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah, why
probably-
don't you go somewhere where there's freaking water? I mean, they're trying to get this dam or whatever for the water. It's just go somewhere where there's water.
Yeah.
Don't give it away too much. You might not have watched it.
Oh. Well, everybody knows that if you've watched any episodes, there's a water problem in northern Mexico, southern Texas.
Head east.
Yeah.
What I want to see is them live up north. I want to see what they do in the wintertime.
Yeah.
How they keep their ass cold in the 50 below wind chill weather.
They had that C Nation where he's up in that outpost up in the Arctic or whatever. But
Yeah.
I don't think, once they were outside, I think he was okay. I think it was just when they were inside the building when it was warm enough to move, because I think they literally like freeze.
Yeah.
Of course, they're not real, so we don't really have to worry about them. But I mean, if they were real, they would.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you do start overthinking this. It's like, okay, you got to remember to pinch yourself. It's only a
TV,
show.
reality.
Trying to make sense of it all.
Well, it does show you, though, even though there's a bunch of zombies walking around, the live people are still your biggest problem.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Well, that was my thing with The Walking Dead, why I didn't start watching it right away. Because I thought, well, how far can they really go with zombies? You know, it's like zombies are, you know, you stab them in the head, that's it. There's no storyline with zombies. But they have really, I can't believe that. Well, I started watching it in like the 4th or 5th season. And I was like, wow, you know,
Yeah.
I couldn't
It's a
believe
story
it.
about living people that are dealing with this crisis.
Yeah, the zombies are like a prop.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the Poseidon Adventure. It's a good
Yeah.
movie, but I mean, how far can you take it with a ship sinking? But it's a drama of every turn. You know, they have a new thing that or problem they have to overcome or something like that, and that's what keeps your attention going.
Yeah. Well, I was like when Titanic came out, everybody's like, well, you know how it's going to end.
Yeah.
The point.
Not a fan of Titanic, but I will say that one scene where he's teaching her how to cut his handcuffs with the fireman axe.
Yeah.
That seemed good. I like that. Where she's like way missing. He's like, okay, I guess that's good enough. Pretty girl, but she didn't know how to handle an axe very well. Have you seen, what is her name? Blanchett?
What's
The
that?
girl from Titanic?
Oh,
Kate Winslet.
Yeah. I liked her, and if you never saw it, that movie, The Reader, that's actually a very good movie. It's where she was in a German, was it a regular concentration camp?
I think so.
Anyway, it's after the war in Germany, or it was in Germany.
Yeah.
He meets her in Germany. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Reader.
They have a May-September relationship. She's older, and the man is younger, and they get together and whatever. And she needs him to read to her because she loves stories, but she doesn't know how to read, so she needs somebody to read to her. It's a really good movie. I don't know why I give away the story, but yeah, if you come across it, it's called The Reader. It's pretty good. Who's that other guy? He's the guy who was the Hannibal or whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, Anthony Hopkins?
No, but the guy who did him afterwards, the guy with the tattoo of the dragon on his back, when they did that later movie, it was like the sequel. He was called Hannibal.
Oh.
That dude. Anyway, it's a good movie. Yeah, if you come across it. And I'm not into that type of movie, but that one's a good one. Like, I only cry during The Notebook because I'm being forced to watch The Notebook.
Oh my gosh.
My husband teared up during Beaches.
During what one?
Beaches.
Oh. I had the flu.
That was a sad movie, though.
It was.
I had the flu one time, and I went home sick, and there was this commercial with this lady, and it was something with a little kid or something. All of a sudden, my eyes start watering. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with me? I'm like, oh my God, it's because I'm sick. I'm crying over TV commercials. I'm like, oh, time to shut the TV off and get to sleep.
So wasn't that commercial at Christmas time where they go, so this is Christmas?
No, I don't know what it was. No, it was a completely but I'm like, I don't even know why I'm, it's,
No.
I don't know, something, the family's reunited at the end of the commercial or something really dumb. And my eyes start watering. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with me?
Well, yeah, I agree because like that song, Alyssa Lies, the first time I heard that song, I bawled my eyes out. And I'm not a crier. Well, I cry during movies, but still during a song, come on. Just hearing a song. I started just bawling my eyes out. I was like, what is wrong with me? This is so sad.
There is a movie called
like, oh, God.
There's a movie called Made for Each Other. It's with Jimmy Stewart and Carol Lombard. And towards the 2/3 of the way through the movie, they gotta save the little kid because the little kid's got something. This pilot's got to fly in through this storm or whatever. It's some kind of vaccine or something. It's a movie from like the late 30s. Yeah, because Lombard's dead in the early 40s, so it's got to be like late 30s. Anyway, so this pilot's got to fly through the storm, and he's like talking to Jimmy Stewart on the phone, and he's like, you can't hear Jimmy Stewart, but he's like, oh, miss. He holds the phone to his chest. He goes, oh, now the guy's crying. So he finally agrees to fly the vaccine or whatever to save the kid. So that one's kind of a tearjerker. Let's see. And Old Yeller.
Yeah. Yeah, Old Yeller. That'll make you cry every time.
There's a Black Beauty movie I cannot watch, and it's like it was made in the 90s. They give you can like hear what the horses are thinking, but they have like when like Black Beauty's being whipped or Ginger rolled off dead on the meat cart and stuff like that. I'm like, I can't watch this. I can't. Why would I can't put myself through this for an hour and a half.
Oh yeah, like the dog, like that dog movie where the dog dies.
I'm Marley and Me. I won't watch it because I know I'm going to get all upset about it.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, what about that? What about that one movie, Max or whatever, with the soldier? Oh my God!
No, I don't think I saw that one. Yeah,
I'm laying in bed. I'm watching it on my phone with my headphones in, and I'm sitting there just sobbing. And I mean sobbing. And my husband turns over. He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm watching a movie." He's like, "Oh God." I literally thought something was wrong with you. I said, "This is so sad. It's a soldier and a dog." He goes, "Oh my God." He turns over. "Shut up," he said. I was like literally sobbing on this movie. Oh my God.
Yeah, they're good movies, but there's always going to be the tragedy with the animal.
Yeah.
And I just can't take it. So
I mean, soldiers and animals, they get you every time anyway. That other movie too with the dog, Hachi or whatever, or Hachi.
I never saw it.
With Richard Gere. That's a good movie.
All right.
Oh yeah, Far Lap was a bad one too. Yeah, so the horse is dead and they're trying to save it. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it's a good movie.
They're crying in the sand pit or whatever with him. The trainer's like.
Well, he comes to I don't know if he comes to Mexico or he comes to America. He ends up dying, and they're trying to keep him from going down, and he goes down.
And his trainer or whatever is I don't know if it's his trainer or the stable guy or whatever, but anyway, he's just like rolling in the sand.
I think it was the stable hand.
It's totally dramatic. He's rolling around in the sand with the horse, crying, sobbing. His horse is dying. It's a thick one.
Yeah.
The sap was pretty thick. Yeah. It is a good movie though. Yeah, it's good. It's a good watch.
I never saw that one.
It's an old one. Yeah, it's an old movie.
90s probably.
No, Far Lap. Late 70s, early 80s, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you had me watch it. It was new to me.
Maybe 84 in there somewhere. I got the Briar horse from the movie.
Tara starts dating me, so right away she's forcing me to watch all these horse movies to get me.
No, I don't think I've read you watch Far Lap.
You did.
I like Dan Patch a lot. It's a black and white movie. I made him watch that.
Yeah, that's a good one. What's the one with the damn Yankees?
Oh,
Kentucky or something? Or
yeah, Kentucky Home or no?
It's got this. It's a Civil War era, and they got the Union soldiers are coming to this
Kentucky horse farm.
And they're conscripting the horses for the Union Army, and you got these little kids that are out in the yard going, "Oh, not Golden Spur, you dirty Yankees!" And then they name off every horse that you take it off. These kids would be yelling, "Oh, not that one, you grimy, dirty!" They come up with a different, kid insult for every time they.
Yeah,
it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That was like from the 40s or something.
Yeah. Oh.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to go ahead and wrap up the show.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a nap.
Everybody have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.